what that is. Okay, great. Okay. Do a thing really quick here. So what we are working on today is continuing work on the dialogue system. But excuse me. Yeah, so we're working on the dialogue system, and as you can see, step 1 is going to be adding the speaker name and the speaker sprite. So we actually, where is it? Dialogue manager. We already have it here. This is displaying the speaker's name in the sense that it's okay. Alright, turns out I'm actually going to be right back. So what's going to happen? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so what we're actually working on is writing or displaying the writer's name, or the speaker's name, and the speaker sprite. So, in this example, we have it here. It's just adding it with a line to the text, and then it's drawing the text. That's not out of the question, but it's not great because then it has to draw that out along with the text. And I was just doing this as an example. It isn't actually how we want to do it. But I think what we should do is have a good example here. Where's the OG? Here we go. Wait, I want the classic Mario PNG. Well, okay, this one will work too. Is this actually a PNG? That's a JPEG. So that's not what I want. I want this without the background. Like this. There we go. That'll do. just to test, just for testing purposes. If we could just let's just do this real quick. Wait, how do we do multi-line comments in GameMaker? Okay. Oh. Why is all this white? This is not supposed to be white. Bro. I swear every PNG is not a PNG. So annoying. Is this actually a PNG? Let's try this again. That's the same problem. I guess that works. I want to scale this whole thing down, but I don't think that's a thing I can do. This is Mario, and he's way bigger than he needs to be. But that's fine. Okay. So, this bit here displays the speaker's name. I kind of just want a new text box to put the speaker's name in. So we basically need to do something similar we did here to get the options in place. These are just to like get the option boxes in place. So this doesn't need to go here. I don't know why that's there. This, however, can also be a... Oh. There we go. Okay. What we want is for... This can actually maybe go to this spot here. Okay, so we want to make another box. We'll call this, a couple of variables here. We're going to have the name box Y, over the name box X, and then name box Y. They're going to equal something. It's actually probably going to be close to the box heights. So name box X. I guess it's going to be, we want it to be roughly, I don't know. Okay, actually, let's pull through the line. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, so I know this isn't even the way we do it anymore, but whatever. Okay. So if the options are going to go there, we could do like how do we want to do it? It could be like speaker portrait, and then like speaker name. That looks dumb though. This would also be like way smaller. Well, it'll be pretty similar to these, I guess. It could be something more like this. But text could write here under this, and that's not ideal. I feel like what we actually want is something more like this. Maybe like that. Or so. Do a portrait here. Okay, really thought that'd be really easy just to flip it, but it's clearly not, so. Like this. This, of course, would say. Oh, maybe below this. The portrait's here. That could be good. That's a decent start. And then, of course, when Aaron's talking, he'll be over here. So, I guess when any protagonist is talking. Or maybe it matters. If we're watching dialogue between two people, it should always be there. Which maybe means that we want to include in the dialogue what side that person is talking on in the dialogue struct. Oh boy, we keep adding data. Don't we love adding data? Okay. Really quick before I forget this, I'm changing this to I'm also editing this spreads. We need to have another frame of Mario. Very important, you see. $344. Okay. Now we have Talking Mario. Let's turn that speed down. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. Okay, okay. Great. Okay, that'll come up later. we don't really need that right now, but that will come up later. Okay. We should actually also edit this one. To delete the frame. Maybe we actually undo all that. I don't know why I'm overthinking this. This does not matter. I'm getting real bogged down by unnecessary details here. Okay. Okay, so we actually need to display the speaker sprite first because the speaker name section is going to be tied into that. So we can just yoink it out real quick. Put that right there. And we'll come back to you later. Okay. So the speaker sprite, of course, is get speaker. Does this even work? I think we also need to have an item in our spreadsheet. That is, if they're on the left or right side. Okay, so people will be right by default because usually that's what it'll be when Aaron's talking to them. but sometimes we may watch dialogues where it's different. Okay, so get the speaker sprite. I'm going to assume this works. I'm actually just going to display the sprite in the middle of the screen to see if that works. We're already in the draw step, are we? Okay, so draw sprite. Sprites. What do we need? We need to add the sprite to draw, which of course is the speaker sprite. The subimage, which is the image index of the current object. So it's going to follow the speed of this object, which means we can change, if we just change the image speed of this, by the way, we can just do that like this. Image index equals, or I'm sorry, we're going to set image speed. Okay, which can we set it to? I think we just want it to equal 10 because that's what we have the other one set to. But this would let us change how fast people's sprites talk if they're animated. I just want to do text box X and text box Y. Oh. Huh. Oh, right. So it's returning just the string that it says this. We actually need it to tell us the exact asset, and I don't know how to do that. How to adjust an object from a string? Well, not an object. That might work still. Oh, okay, that'll work. So we need asset get index. I think that works. Okay. Get speaker sprite. Set that to get speaker sprite name, so this code is more human readable. And all of a sudden it works. What do you think? Maybe this is... Okay, what should happen is right in the middle of the dialog box, we should see sprites yapping. That's what we should see. Okay, well, that's not what I meant, but that is also funny. Okay. Draw a sprite. One invalid reference to a sprite requested. Awesome. I requested -1, max is 12. What? Okay, so this is not working. Let's show debug message speaker sprite. See what happens there. This should just tell us a string, to be honest, which may not actually help us. Oh, it said -1. Okay. Maybe it's asset get IDs. No. Can you just do asset get? So this is the unique identifying index for a game asset from its name. Oh, if the asset's not found, it'll return a value of -1. Ah. Okay, so that means it didn't find it. that case, this needs to. Let's see if sprite does not equal failed to find. Okay. Now the question is, why didn't it find it? It's called Sprite Mario. Have Sprite Smiley. This should theoretically work. Like this clearly recognizes them, so this isn't working. I wonder what this is returning. Let's see what get speaker sprite name spits back out. Because that should be spitting out the name of the sprite, but no. It's spitting out a sprite reference. Huh. So wait, was this just working without getting sprite index? Like, does this... See, it thinks it's the string. Alright, let me just try this. Maybe that, like, there's an error there, but maybe it'll magically work. Okay, makes sense. Header. No, I said what? I don't even know what that is. Display text stream text one text. Oh. Oops. No, that should be fine actually. Should not be fine. Full line text. Yeah, that's already there. Header. Oh. My bad. Oh wait, it's okay. It does just work. Sorry, let me just put that away real quick. Ooh, messed that up. That goes right there, and then this goes right there, and that should work just fine. Okay, well there's Mario, very large, yapping. Now, so Aaron should talk now, and it should be in the middle of the text box. Okay, great. He's talking so fast. Okay. Okay. That works. So we need to draw sprite extended to be able to adjust the scaling of the sprite. So we have the sprite, the sub image, which by the way, this image speed needs to be like 3. Okay, the X and the Y, yeah. Okay, so the X scale, what we do is you write down the number of pixels we want and then divide it by the image scale. This is actually scaling it. So what we actually want is sprite height. Sprite height. Actually, this can probably just be straight scaling. Sprite scaling. Well, actually, that's stupid. What we want is for it to scale normally, but to get to a specific height. So the sprite height is going to equal what? How taller? I don't know. We'll call it 25 pixels. I'm just spitballing a number. Well, you know, make it 35. Again, doesn't actually matter. This is just testing. And then that was not even close to correct. The sprite width, it needs to be related to the height. I don't know how to do algebra. Okay, hold on. I can't do algebra. Okay, we're pulling a pirate software. You ready? We're pulling a pirate software here. Okay. So what I need is, if I have width is to the height as the scaled width is to the scaled height. And I don't know how to algebra my way into getting this to equal that appropriately. Because we want to set this and then this automatically happen. And I think I'm stupid. And this is really easy. But I can't think of it. How I would do this. Let's just example here. Example. Oh no. Example, we have this, which is, okay, those are the same number. Okay, that's fine actually. So it's 860 by 860. Actually, you know what? Let me quickly edit this image. Okay, that's actually not what I want. How do I scrunch this? Is there a way to... I want to bring in these sides. I don't know how to do that. I know I should know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Texture settings, close the mask. No, none of that. Oh, here we go. This is actually a whole headache for no reason at all. It's 860 by 860. So 860 by 860. That doesn't even look like a 6, to be honest. Supposed to be divided by? I'm so dumb. I feel like this is so simple. I'm missing something very obvious. I think it's supposed to be, yeah, so it's 860 over 860. Let's say it was domino shape, so this is actually 430. So this is height over width. Height over width equals 2 in this circumstance. So we would need scaled height over scale width equal 2. So then if I knew the scaled height, I would just multiply this by the inverse of this, which is half. Okay, so the sprite width is equal to scaled height. Scaled width. Scaled height is going. Scaled width would then be equal to speaker sprite dots. I actually don't know how to get details from a sprite. Sprite get height, sprite get width. That makes sense. I'll to sprite get height. Right, it thinks it's not going to work, but it actually is going to work. So sprite get height. That's the height over the width. In this case equals 2. We have the height. We need the height over the width equal 2, which means we need this equal the inverse. So I think that's correct. Because it's 1 over this shenanigans. You still need to go over the actual sprite index though. Let's do this. Alright, that's a lot of clunkiness, to be honest. Okay, so we're here at the X scale. scaled height or width. I don't know why scaled is scaled height. Rotation is going to be 0. Color is going to be C. White, meaning no change in color. The alpha will be 1. Okay. Okay, so now this should display both sprites 35 pixels tall in the middle of the text box. That appears to be working. They are very smooshed, which means I did something wrong here. Scale height. I'm dumb, hold on. This calculation is not taking into account the scaled height, which it clearly should. It's supposed to be divided by scaled height. Because I can't do algebra. Yeah, because how do I get this off the top actually? Hold on. So what I want is for, let's do this, back this up a little bit. Okay, so if the scaled height over the scaled width is the same as the height over the width, obviously, that equals 2 in this example. This really should just be x, but it's not. Then what I need to do is get scaled height should equal, the scaled height should equal this divided by the scaled width. Now this times the scaled width. So scaled height divided by this equals scaled width. So this should be scaled height divided by that. Not 1. That's what it is. Maybe. Okay. And then this needs to not be there, I'm pretty sure. And then I think we're gaming. Okay. Sprite get height. Okay, well that broke. I don't understand why that popped out a different answer. Are all they should all say Mario or Aaron. Oh, this one doesn't. That could be it. Okay. That's well and good, but it's not actually animating anymore. If I go back to 10, does this change anything? Oh, you know what? Here we go. Okay. I don't know why this is being that way. Really what we want is for every frame for the image index to advance. But if we want 10 per frame, sorry, 10 per second, we have 30 frames a second, so it'd be advanced 3. But if we want it to just be like 5 a second, then we only want it to advance a little bit per frame because we have 30 frames a second. Let's just say the animation frame plus equals 0.2. Do round animation frame. We need to put it on animation frame. Equals 0. Animation frame is greater than I want okay, great. Animation frame equals 0. Great. Okay, so now I can reset if it needs to. That way it won't overflow because it makes this from 0. Okay, and then I do want to say if the text is all printed, actually, this can also just go. So that'll reset it to the 0 frame if the text is all printed, or sorry, if it overflows, then go back to 0 so it can loop the stuff. But if the text is all printed, it'll also set it to 0, which means when they're done talking, they will stop yapping. Theoretically, when the text goes through. Hey, first try! Oh, that was fast. We can set that yapping speed a little faster, don't you think? And then I feel like we have this characters type set pretty fast too. Is this rounding anywhere? It is rounded. Okay, so we could set this to like 1.5 and we're okay. That actually might crash now that I think about it. I'm not sure. Well, that was weird. Hitting enter should have skipped the end of that dialogue. See, that just skipped typing altogether. Yeah, so hitting enter should have skipped the end of that, but it didn't. That's weird. Excuse me. I think what's happening here is because I'm checking the input here and I'm checking the input. Oh, but I'm not. I'm just checking the input here. No. Ah, this input. Okay. I think this needs to also be right here is what's going on. Okay. Now that should not happen. Nope, still happening. See, that just started with the same amount of text that was previously there. And that doesn't make any sense. So why are we doing that? Oh, this is only happening. It's only resetting the text if all the text is printed. So that's weird. But I guess I also just need. Okay, here's what I need this to do something as well. I need to say if not all text is printed. I'm gonna make this more legible, but it really is the same thing. So if the text is not all printed and the player presses enter, we're going to mark all text as printed as true. Actually, really what we're going to do is just we're just going to set this. This will set our characters to type to the full line. maybe that works. Okay, that works. See, that doesn't type out though. That's what I'm confused about. Why does that just go through? It's seen the same thing. It's just starting from where that last line ended as far as number of characters go. Like anytime we input enter, it should be clearing. Oh. Oh. Oops. This also needs to go there. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, we fixed it. Okay, yeah, so what was happening is it was not actually resetting the characters to 0. So it was in fact starting from however long the previous line was. Oopsies, but we got it fixed. Okay. Well, we have this sprite, and the sprite's yap, so that's good. This can go back to 2, because I'm pretty sure that was the speed of which it was typing was not the problem. Okay. That looks great, to be honest. I'm pretty happy with that. So that's great. That's good. And again, we can set the yapping speed. So now the yapping speed is going to be a little slower. Heck, if we wanted to, we could have these yapping speed variables contained here, the sprite information, and then we know how fast each individual sprite wants to yap. Okay, so it could literally be Okay, and just like that, now we know how fast the sprites yap. That actually seems something. That's probably fine. Okay. Now, if that worked, which theoretically it did, the Mario sprite will yap way slower than the Aaron sprite. Also, actually, this is stupid. Let me. This is so small, you guys can't even see it. There we go. I'm gonna make the sprites bigger for you. Okay, he's not even yapping. He is also not yapping. Should do a message. Okay, let's see if it prints out the yapping speeds. It's getting a bunch of zeros. More zeros. Why does it think this is 0? We want variable get type. I think is the thing. Oh really? Variable type. Oh, I thought we could get the type of something. Oh. By the way, this is returning a bunch of zeros to me, and I don't know why. Like, it's finding this variable, it's just returning it wrong. Is it rounding it or something? Oh. Maybe because I'm not actually setting the yap speed here in the function. Let's try that. Okay, so he's kind of going a little slower, and Aaron's talking way faster. Great, so that works. Now we have configurable yapping speeds. That's lovely. We put this to 1. We'll put this to like. I'll leave it at 6. We should see Mario talking real slow. I love it. It's beautiful. The most beautiful thing I've ever created in my entire life. It's truly, truly marvelous. What are these numbers? These are magic numbers. We don't like magic numbers. Variable. Text box. Syntax. We don't like magic numbers. Magic numbers are bad. Okay. Okay. We need to actually set up. Okay, we spent a lot of time making them yap. This seems like something that we would want. It's a little bit of juice, I think they call it. So now we can display the sprite. We need to also put it in a frame or something. Or maybe we don't. Maybe we don't put it in a frame. Maybe we just simply do not put it in a frame. That could be. Also, if we set the origin of these okay. Why can't I adjust the origin? Can I please adjust the origin? We adjust the origin to bottom center. It's better for assigning it here, because we can just assign the point to be the center of the box that has their name on it. Then it would look like, oh, am I in the wrong Chrome tab? So then it would basically look like this, but of course, as you saw, there's no background here. It's just Mario. So there's like name tag is like name panel thing. It's here, and he's like kind of in it like that. That's kind of nice. I kind of like that. Not having a thing, and then this panel can go like that, or even if it's like this, that's fine. Okay, actually, that's stupid. We don't need to change the. Well, no, hold on, let me think. What? Because we're gonna have sprites of different sizes, and they're going to be different shapes and stuff. So we need to have a way to anchor them in this area uniformly. So, and they're going to be anchored based on their origin, which is this point, which I can put elsewhere. I don't know why it's not. Oh. So here's the origin. I can put it wherever I want, but if it's in the bottom center, it'll be easier to if it's bottom center, that makes it easier to anchor to the this nameplate here. But if we do center, then we can scale it a little better. And it's not that hard. We just have to anchor it to the bottom center plus half of the height. Let's do that. Well, that's probably better, because generally anchoring the center seems the most logical to me. Okay, so we're back to putting the name first, which is fine. I'm probably not doing this again, but I'm leaving it in case we change our mind. Okay, so the name box X and the name box Y, they are going to have an offset, as with everything. Golly. Name box offset X equals whatever it does, and then we have our name box offset Y. Which is going to equal whatever it does. And name box X is going to be equal to text box X plus the offset. Text box X plus box offset X. And the same is true for this, but with Y values. So I am a little curious, actually. Well, yeah, what is that? The sprite, is it centered? Okay, its origin is also centered. So that's fine. Where are we? Can I go to something, please? I was scrolling down when I needed to be scrolling up. Okay. Let's draw text box, display speaker. This is a draw speaker. What does this say? Okay. So let's just start with the X offset being text box width. Well, it'll be text box width divided by a little more than 2. Well, it'll be, that's half of it, meaning it'll move, if it's centered on it, it'll move directly to the edge of it. But we need it to be, that's fine. Which is this direction. And we need to go back this way a little bit. So I don't know, minus, if it's 300, we'll just say like, I don't know, 30 pixels. I'm just spitballing here. And then the name box offset Y is going to be the same thing but up and down, specifically minus equals up. Don't ask, I don't know. So that'll put it right up to the edge, and we want it to go a little further, so it also needs to be minus another, I don't know, what's the height of the name box? I want it to be half the height of the name box. So then it's like, if it's half of the name box, then this is floating exactly evenly, like right, just it's like bisected by the by the main text box. Look like that. What's the speaker name? Yeah, we already have this. Oh, well. Okay, that's fine, I guess. So, speaker name. We want string. It's like get width or something. How is it? Draw the text. String underscore width. So it'll be string underscore width plus padding. You can tell I've been writing a lot of Python and I keep not writing variable or var name box padding x equals, I don't know, 5 pixels. this needs to be the width. The height is going to be, I guess, can we do string height? Is that a thing? Oh, it is. Okay, so really it's the same thing. Oh, we'll do it like this, I guess. Let me say like 2 pixels? I don't know. 3 pixels? Probably 2 pixels. Now we'll do 3 pixels and see what it looks like. Okay, I was about to test it, and then I realized we haven't even actually created the sprite. Okay, so we need to draw a sprite and the text. Okay, let me just take this and then adjust all the parameters. Right, text. Okay, right here. This is actually writing the text. Okay, so let's see here. What do we have here? The text is, of course, going to be the speaker name. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, wrong thing. This is going to be sprite index. Well, I guess really what this should be is how do we have we been setting our okay, we haven't. Alright, whatever. We're just gonna leave this as there for now, and we'll change that later. Okay, well, actually. We can change the nameplate later if we want, but right now, that's what it is. Okay, the sum image is 0. Oh. Crap, I'm messing up. I'm messing stuff up over here in the wrong place. Here we go. Where's this coming from? That's what I want to know. Where are we getting sprite index from? Ah, from there. Don't want that. Also, don't even know if that's supposed to be there. Okay, sprite index, 7 image 0. Nobody wants name box X, name box Y. Height goes there, inbox width goes there, rotation 0, color, white, alpha. Okay, and then we're going to actually draw the text. Which is really nothing special, to be honest. We're just going to okay, for drawing the text, I guess we just put it directly in the middle. I don't remember how text is done. Ooh, oops. This. Okay, I should actually draw them now. Let's see if it even works. Okay. Well, it's the entire screen, so that's a little weird. Oh, I did the same thing I always do. Sprites. Get. I always forget to actually divide it by the width of the actual sprite. The reason is this is the scaling, not how high we want it, like the actual pixel amount we want. So what we're trying to do is get a specific pixel amount. We have to do that pixel amount divided by the width or height of the sprite. This should go here, actually. Okay, let's try that now. Okay. Alright, I like it. This is supposed to be on the other side though. Which means this is supposed to be the Y offset. Yeah, oh yeah, I see I'm adding it. So this is actually supposed to be a minus. Or this should be a minus. It's realistically what it should be. I think I want the padding to be a little bigger as well. Looked a little claustrophobic. Okay, that's pretty good. We probably, I guess we probably want this nameplate to have a minimum size. And we would do that pretty simply by saying if the name box width is less than, I don't know, what is it now? It's actually, I don't know. Let's say if it's less than 75 pixels, then we're just gonna set it to 75. Also, the name text has an offset, of course. Name text offset X, because everything needs to be given its offset. 2, 2. Okay, that should move the origin from top left corner to bottom right corner. Or sorry, to top left corner to middle. So that offsets the text. If we, I think that's correct. Now the name should be in the middle of the text box, and the text box should be a little bigger. Oh, I did it again. The name is, however, centered in the text box. Oh, what did I do that time? Oh my goodness, I did it again. Is to be... I keep doing that. I keep forgetting to do this. Divided by the width. Maybe we actually just put the width here. Let's actually just put these down here. Spread units. That's the height, so that'll go here. Should I not paste it? Oh, there we go. And then paste the width right here. Okay, sorry. That should work now. I keep saying that, but such is the life. Okay, I mean, that's a little big now. But if we switch to Aaron talking, just like that. Let's go. That's great. Okay, a couple things. First, we do want to adjust this. Nameplate width. Okay, actually, don't put a comment. Let's just make it human readable, you dummy. We do not need to write out the whole word minimum. Let's go. Remove 4 characters from that. Let's try that. Oh, that adjusted the height? Why is that nameplate so high now? Did I mess it up? Oh. Didn't mess with the height. What? Did I? Did I mess with the height by accident? Why in the world? Hold on, what? That should have... I don't think I even changed anything that would have been changed by that. Yeah, this nameplate's supposed to be not that high. The X offset. Yeah, then it should only go up. Hold on. This should put it directly. Well, this might put it right where I want it actually. Oh, okay. Yeah, that puts it right where I want it. So I actually don't need this. Oh, right. That only mattered if I would only need to adjust it by half the height if we had the origin on an edge. I'm so dumb. The origin being in the center does that automatically for us. That's the whole point of doing that. On this one, a little less so. Okay, the minimum plate width is now going to be 3, which will not come into effect, but just so it scrunches the plate to just the names. Okay, good. So now if we give it a longer name, for example, I'm going to change jeez, this is actually a little annoying. I'm going to change every instance of Mario. Control F. Let's see. Line replace Mario. No. Mario with Big Boss Man Mario. Why is it not working? Okay, that was weird. I don't know why it wouldn't let me replace all, but that's fine. Okay. Now you should see the nameplate adjust size. Well, I guess adjust size to fit the name. But it's always gonna have this little edge, so it's gonna be pushed off the edge by that much, which I can adjust that number if I want to. So if I switch to Aaron talking, it'll get a lot strong. It'll get a lot smaller. Great. Now if we set the minimum plate width back to what we had it at 50, we'll call it 45. 50 seemed a little big. And then we can adjust how far off. So we can set it to be 5 instead of 10 if we want it to not be that, like, that seemed a little far, but also it didn't really seem that far, but we have dials is what I'm trying to say. See, you see this one comes just about one courser's distance off of the edge there, but if I change this value to 15, for example, we have way more space here. So we can set that however we want, and that's all well and good. Okay, Mario's talking way too slow. I'm gonna set Mario to talk 3 times faster than he is. Reminder, the yapping speed is not actually tied to the text display speed, and I think it's important to keep those separate. Okay, crap, what was it doing next? Oh, yeah, we gotta display the sprite. So we want the sprite to be drawn with, we want its X to be equal to the text, the name text X. Okay. We can put the sprite width here. We can put the sprite height here. Because it's annoying. So the scaled height. Okay, actually, I don't know what I'm doing. I just remade two variables, which were already, they were already there. I didn't need to move them. Or I didn't need to remake them. I will move them though. So speaker spray. Why? Obviously. So this is going to get the original height divided by 2. No, not the original height. We need the scaled height. It's actually what we need. So this actually needs to come up here as well, because we need that. Oh, height in pixels. That goes here. Failed to find. I don't even know what it's talking about. Failed to find. Alright. We use that all over the place, to be honest. We're just gonna get rid of this. I know that's probably not the wisest, but that's what we're doing. Okay. So, 100 pixels. Original height, original width. Scale height, scale width. Our offset needs to be the original height. No, we need the scale height divided by 2. Plus like, I don't know, 3 pixels. And this whole thing is negative. Does it put our sprite by our nameplate? Okay, it does. But there's some clunkiness there. Why? Oh. I don't want this to be the name text, I want it to be the name box. That'd be why. Alright, let's try that. Okay, he's very low. I don't know why he's so low. Did I move his origin? Where's his origin? Why can I not edit the origin? It's middle. That's good, right? What happens if I just give no Y offset? Also, we can actually do the drawing of the speaker name in the text. If we do those down here, that's better. Because we do want this speaker to be above. We want the sprite to be behind the plate, but we want the plate information first. So we just have to actually draw it down here, but get the information up there. Yeah, Big Boss Man Mario is still very low for some reason. So this basically made no difference. Scale height. Was this manual offset too much? No, but yet. Scale height should still be. Well, it should be 65. So. Should do my message. Scale height. Why is that number changing? This number should not be changing. What the heck? Oh. It's printing yapping speeds. Okay, so scaled height. It's the height and pixel. Oh. Oh. Well, really, that's like the scaled ratio. So what we want is the scale height ratio. I guess technically we can just use the height in pixels for this, because we're manually setting that. There we go. And we can give it a manual offset if we want. So we can give it like an additional plus. No, minus. I don't know. So like maybe it was 60, so like 5 pixels would be like 12, like 8% of it or something. That doesn't sound right. Also, I'm getting sick of it facing the wrong way, and I know that's just the I just need to take the sprite and fix it, but it's annoying me. Yeah. It's not letting me do this. I don't understand. I don't know why it's not letting me flip this. I sure would like to just flip it. Okay, well that works too, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. I can set this to the scaling for it to negative, and it'll flip it, but I don't really want to do that. It kind of seems unnecessary. It's just annoying for this test sprite, so it doesn't really matter. There's Big Boss Man Mario. And there's Aaron. You know, we could... I guess I could set the minimum... This might be a good idea. We could set the minimum... where's our minimum? Minimum plate width equal to... the sprite width. So some sprite stuff. Oh, where's the speaker sprite set? So we can go to minimum nameplate width is going to be the original width plus 2 times the name box padding. X, name box padding X, obviously. That way, the name box will always be a little wider than the sprite, regardless of the actual name being displayed. Oh, I broke it. Height and pit. Oh. Okay, you guys can go back down here. My bad. You guys can go back here. There you go. Well, that's not right. Did I forgot to do it again. This needs to be a scaled width. As usual, I forgot to. Man, I was messing with the original. Yeah, here we go. There's Big Boss Man Mario, and then if I do Aaron. Yep, it's minimum size of. Oh. Well, where are we adjusting that? Oh. This has to go down here too. Okay, maybe that'll work. No, that still doesn't work. This is supposed to be off to the side here, but it's not. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Let's undo all of that garbage. Okay. All that was to try and get the minimum nameplate width to be at least as wide as the actual speaker sprite. But I'm kind of deciding I don't think that's actually necessary, because like some things we're gonna have big sprites and we kind of want them to go off to the sides, you know? They can just go below into the text box, a dialog box, you know? I did need to actually fix that though. Oh, maybe I just need to go back down here. That should work. Why is the name box so wide? Just cut that bit. I thought I just cut that bit. Why are we still doing this? Oh. There we go. Skill width. Okay. Will this work? I don't know. Okay, it works fine. Great. Okay, that's a pretty good thing to be at. This one should be super easy. I'm actually gonna do that now because I think it'll be very easy. So we're adding an indicator to continue, and all that is we can do that. I don't even care what it is. Let's just do it all the way down here, I guess. Oh, look, this is it right here. Well, so this only is if there's no options to display and if all text is printed. I'm going to draw the indicator. So we're going to draw a sprite. Obviously. First, we need to figure out what that sprite is. And that's going to be based on if we have a controller plugged in or not. Something. So I want is I'm going to need offsets. Okay, offset. Everything is offsets all the time. Equals something, and then indicator offset y. It's probably going to equal the same thing, but I don't know. Let's just say. I don't know. 35. This is pretty random, to be honest. Until we really get like an actual UI design, this is pretty arbitrary. Goodness gracious, I cannot type. Where did this come from? Box X. Indicator offset X. Do the same thing here with Y values. Right. Oh, the scale. Just the scale. The scale is just going to be 1 for now, though I'm sure that's not actually true. I don't know why it gave me a tab. That's kind of annoying, to be honest. Of course, rotation 0. Color white and alpha. Alpha's 1 there. Well, actually, yeah, that's fine for now, I guess. Let's go back this one here. The indicator sprite. We need to actually get an indicator sprite. This is. Let's just make a new sprite real quick. Do we have shape tools? Oh, here we go. How do I adjust the size of this whole sprite, actually? Yes, it's right here. Let's do 16 by 16A. Seems good. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, I just skipped the apply button because I'm dumb. And we just need to remove, like, so this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 pixels from each. this whole thing down. No stress. Great. Okay. That works. I'm gonna change it to lowercase a though. Okay, so in this example, our indicator sprite is of course going to be the sprite A press. How big is this animation frame? Just want the animation frame. Easy. Do need to actually set this up here though. Oh no. Oh, great. It's 0.05. Indicator sprite. What's wrong with this? Oh, plus equals. Oh. Oh, wait, I want the dialog box. Text box. Oopsies. Sorry, friends. My bad. This is indicator scale, indicator Y, scale rotation 0. Can we do green? So like a aqua could be good. Plain green lime. Do lime. See how that looks. And lime's gonna look terrible on that. Oh, it also says right here. Green. How's that? That's fine, I guess. No, that's good. Okay. Now I think when text is finished typing out, it'll prompt you to press the A button, and you'll see the indicator on the screen. Or not. Or it just doesn't show up at all. So if text is all printed and not options are displayed. Oh, duh. I'm stupid. Hey, look at that! That looks like an A button, doesn't it? We could also have it display even if there's options. Like, it could just be if there are options displayed, we also prompt to select an option. That could be a thing. Also, these are terrible. These are supposed to be from the center, and I was doing from the bottom right corner. So honestly, we should do that and maybe make it 50. Let's do that. Okay, that's in a terrible spot. We want it more right, so we'll make it like 75, and then we want it more up, so maybe like 30, 25. Okay. We need to make a duplicate of this. Where's the button? Crap. Oh, this one right here. Okay. I want the width to be like 3 times as long. Wait, am I? Okay, so what does an enter key even look like? I feel like your enter key is just supposed to be totally rectangular, actually. Okay, actually, no, let's do this way. That actually looks awful. This also needs to be wider, doesn't it? Okay. This enter button looks kind of dumb, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it. I think I'm just gonna switch it to all this middle color. And then leave it like that and let it not be complicated. How does the enter key, which direction does it go? The arrow. Down and to the left. Okay, well, either way, this is supposed to be bigger, which is annoying. Okay, so let's bring this back up. This. Does that look like pressing enter to you guys? I don't even know. These prototypes take up too much time, man. I get so distracted with the little things, don't really matter. Okay. Answer that in a minute. Okay, so what we need is for this to check. Well, first let's just test the other one. See if the other one even looks right. We'll leave it to be green for the time being. And that does not look like a button. We could redesign the key image, but I think people get what it is. Yeah, they'll have to. I do. When all the text is done, Yeah, when we set all the text to done, I do want to set the animation frames to 0. This also needs to be set to 0, actually. Okay, so that works okay. The enter sprite looks way worse than the button, but that's fine. So we want to check. Crap, how do we do this? I know we did this before with our input system. Pretty straightforward, I suppose. So if a gamepad is connected, if no gamepad is connected, well, if a gamepad is connected, we're going to change this to be the A press. That's all we're doing, really. Okay. Now, in theory, get that out of here. Plug this in. Okay. Okay. In theory, this should change dynamically as we unplug the controller. Okay, so it's an enter key that is not animating for some reason. And then if we plug in the controller, hey, it's an A button. It's also not animating still. So that's because I did something here. So if all the text is printed, oh, it's just gonna keep setting this to 0. Okay, that's annoying. Okay. So when's the best time to reset? And this is when we're... I guess whenever we press a button. So if we here would be the this would be the time to do it, I guess. Let's try that. Okay, this should animate now. And again, it should show okay, so it animates, it shows an enter key. If I plug in the controller, it's a green button. And then if I press the button, works pretty good. Okay. Just for the sake of being able to see everything, I'm going to really quick in the draw step, very first thing after my functions is I'm going to draw sprite extended. The sprite is going to be the A press just because it's white. We're actually just going to put this right here. The sub image will be 1 at all times, or 0, I guess, at all times. The rest is going to be that. I don't know, it'll be like 1,000 scale. The rotation will be 0. The color will be C. The teal. That'll work. And the alpha will be 1. Okay, great. This is just so I can put a big background on everything so we can actually see it. Because I'm going to want to make a little clip of this so we can post it and see how it looks. I don't see it. I don't see my big thing. It's a sprite A press. There we go. That's why the origin is not in the center. That'll do it. That will do it. Okay, well, that's pretty good. I still kind of want to work in I want to work in the left or right side thing. So like the nameplate, inbox, this right here. twice. I keep doing that twice. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I just kind of grabbed one. But, hold on, you're going to see something really cool since I finished typing this. Assuming I do it right. So this... Okay, I think... Okay, I hope that worked. Okay, so we have a couple things we've done today. First is currently controller unplugged. We have several things. First, we have... Ignore the sounds. First, we have name of person speaking here. We have the sprite of the person speaking here. We have this that tells you need to press enter to keep going. You will see the person speaking has a little yapping animation. You'll see their mouth moving. So if you watch this next one. That worked on the first try, which is that it puts Aaron on the other side. Now, if I plug in the controller, look at the little enter indicator. If I plug in a controller, so you're using controller instead, it shows a little button instead of an enter key. Again, so you can see Mario yapping. And they stop yapping, of course, when they're done talking, because obviously they would be. I think I want to put a small delay in there, though. Anyways, I got a lot done on this today, actually, so that's pretty exciting. Right now, this is literally just checking if the speakers Aaron to move them to the right side. We can find a better condition. In fact, on the spreadsheet, I actually added a speaker side, which is going to be right by default, but sometimes may need to be on the left side. Hello. That I'll be able to just read from that. I just haven't done that yet. Thanks. So the last thing I need to do, I guess, is I want to add in today. I want to add in that delay for the yapping speed. Where did I even put in the yapping speed? Is this the yapping speed? Yes, get speaker sprite yapping speed. Okay, so this needs to be moved actually. This is also spelled completely wrong. And then, oh, it's just an additional M is all it is, but it still shouldn't be there. Is that all good? Okay. So I need to check if all the text is printed. Which will happen here. So I can just do that here. Yapping. Stop yapping. Stop yapping away. Plus equals 1. If stop yapping delay equals, could be 15. That's going to be half a second because it's 15 frames. Oh, that has to go there actually. That's fine. This can go here. Very predictive, yes. So the stop yapping delay. We have to reset the stop yapping delay at some point, though. If the stop yapping delay. Wait, hold on. Where do we want to reset this? We want to reset this here with this stuff. Okay, so now after the text finishes going, the sprites should continue to yap for an additional half second. Or go with me on this, it crashes. And I know literally exactly why, because I didn't initialize the variable. Okay, let's give it another go. Oh, he's just still going. He's just still going, keeping on going on. I guess this would be technically greater than 17. Either way, that doesn't make any sense though. Wow, actually. Oh, just kidding. This needs to reset. No, that's right. So if all the text is printed, okay, actually that should work. What's going on? I'm trying it again. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. So yeah, he keeps talking for, like, the sprite keeps talking for an additional half second once the text finishes printing. This is so fun. Oh man, I love making things. Okay, well that pretty much works. It's a little awkward that Mario's facing the other way, but again, that's just for testing reasons. Doesn't really matter. Great. So I think that's all that I really was trying to do today. Continue. Did that. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is probably tomorrow, I imagine. We'll probably work on adding multi-page dialogue. That seems like the thing I should be working on next, I would say. Well, let's put that here for now, and do a quick run through of the dialogue system so I can get clip it and send it to everyone on the development team. So, clipping right here. Okay, hello development team. So, update on the dialogue. I want to turn the music off really quick, or the sound off, so you're not going to hear the music, just so you don't hear the combat sounds. You'll note that. Hello. Oh, probably if I click back in the game. Okay. So a couple things that we've updated to the dialogue system. First, there's now a separate section where the name goes. It's called a nameplate. We can change the texture on that. We have sprites for whoever's talking. These sprites animate with something called yapping motion, like this. You can see right here. This is an example of it, though. This is actually not. This is in combat, and we wouldn't want that there. The one we're actually going to do in this is an example sprite, but in dialogue would be a different sprite, so it's fine. When the text is all, or if you press A or Enter, depending if you're using a controller or keyboard, while text is still printing, it'll automatically print all of the text. Once all the text is printed, it'll prompt you to press a button to continue, and that button will be what it displays will be dependent on if you have a controller plugged in or not. So right now we do not have a controller plugged in. If we go to here, there's going to be a background so you can't see all the combat, so you can focus on the dialogue stuff. So you can see that we have this nameplate here. We have this indicator telling you to press Enter to continue. This obviously looks terrible, and we would replace it with a sprite that looks better, but that's there. And then this is our example sprite. If I hit Enter, it's going to be Aaron talking. Aaron is going to be over on this side, so we can configure it whether we want them on this side or this side. And you'll see Aaron yapping, and when he's done talking, there'll be a half-second delay, and then he'll continue, then it'll prompt me to press the button. Great. And then do this. If you press Enter while you are, I did that too quickly. Okay, I did that too quickly. If you press Enter while they are talking, it'll skip to the end of it. So I'll show you that. Like that. And then you'll see the Enter key. If I plug in the controller, it'll actually switch from an Enter key to an A button. Or rather, a green button. The exact placement of those, of course, is also configurable. But yeah, that is the progress we're making. I'm pretty proud of this little A button texture. So yeah, that is the update on dialogue. Hope it's good. Okay, so thank you everyone for hanging out with me today. Those of you who did. I know this one I did a little bit less talking, a lot more typing. Mario is just an example. He's just an example. I needed an example texture, and I didn't want to draw a sprite, so I just decided to grab Mario. But that's Mario. Mario has a lot to say. As you can see, Big Boss Man Mario. It says Mario because Mario is canonically both his first and last name, if you were unaware of that. It is Mario and Luigi Mario. That is canon. But, yeah. Okay, so I am going to go eat food. Yeah, it's pretty great. I'm going to go eat food and just some other stuff, I guess. But I hope that you all have a lovely day, and thank you for hanging out.